this place is right around the corner from where I just moved to, and it's so beautiful that I had to come film a video here. And I thought it would be a nice parallel to the topic of not knowing, and how all of this work and the spiritual path is really around not knowing and moving into that, moving into the unknown, which we don't want to do. It's, oh, I don't like to not know. I like to know that I'm going to get 3 donuts tomorrow, and then, you know, the lady on the bus is going to wave at me, and it makes us feel safe. But that's what holds us back, because we make around the false self, the ego, we make a mold, and it makes us feel safe, and like we know what's going to happen. And yeah, we put limits on ourselves in that way, because we go, no, this is who I am, and you know, we want everyone else to see us that way, and to not change because we're scared, we fear change. So all of that is just being uncomfortable with not knowing. So what we can do is move into being comfortable with not knowing, which is really your true nature, because you're just here and present, and anything can happen. It's actually, it's raw, and it's kind of, it's terrifying, but it's beautiful, because you're just here. And the mind isn't the mind when it wants to imagine the future or so-and-so know what's going to happen. It will add projections. You'll get, as we do, imagine future scenarios, and it's never, we all know this, it's never exactly what we imagine, ever. Because how can someone ever find the future? It's like an explorer, and they're like, aha, I found the future, here it is. It's like, no, the future doesn't really exist. It's a manifestation, it's an imagination in consciousness, but it always is imagined in the present moment, the future, because it only is ever now. So how can the future exist in the now? So being okay with not knowing and the unknown is just coming back to now. What's happening right now? And what am I witnessing in my experience? And watching the mind and thoughts come in, and being okay with the thoughts and what's arising, but not attaching oneself to it. Just sort of seeing it and the stories that it makes, because it loves to make stories, and just when that feeling or narrative arises, just being like, oh, okay, you again, hi, okay, bye now, and just pushing it aside, because it loves to make stories, and usually those stories are around the me and why I'm important, why the story of me is important, and certain narratives around that. And we all are unique in our own way as the imagined person. But as I've said before, paradoxically, there is no person, and what we're part of is special. It's not the person, it's what we are a part of. Life, which we are, is special and amazing. So actually it's very freeing moving into this state of presence that I'm sure you would have felt. And what are some ways we can do that, be more present? just breathe, be conscious that we're breathing. Because as soon as we come to the body, then all of the mind activity, or a lot of it, will drop, will fall away. And yeah, sensing what we're feeling, just looking at our thoughts and being okay with them, and being okay with not knowing.